Hey everybody, I'm Simmons. This is Philosophy for Where We Find Ourselves, June 12th, 2020. Here we are. It's a Friday. Let's finish the week strong. And so I came outside today to tell you about this curly willow tree behind me because I think there are two lessons that we should learn about living well, living on purpose, and finding ourselves right now in a difficult situation. We can learn these lessons from this curly willow tree. The first lesson is this: change is hard, but learn to grow where you're planted. This tree, in fact, came from a cutting from another tree where I used to live in Arkansas. I moved here to South Carolina, cut off a branch, stuck it in water. When we got here to South Carolina, I put it in the ground. And now, as you can see, that tree has grown really, really big. It is enormous. It's doing great. And yet, when I first planted it, it withered up quite a bit. It actually shrunk some. It took quite a while to develop the roots in this new soil and be able to move forward and grow now into the tree that it has become. Similarly, we've got to recognize that although we all have been put in very different soil right now, it's not that kind of dark brown soil where plants do well. It's the stuff that we find, in red clay, and it's too sandy. There's rocks strewn all through it. That's kind of how we find ourselves now in an economy that has definitely contracted and is struggling, in a situation where our healthcare realities are overwhelming, where our uncertainties about the future are continuing to threaten our sense of self and our mental health. Nonetheless, here we are. Let's learn to then grow where we are planted. That doesn't mean that it's easy. That doesn't mean that there's not going to be a time of adjustment. Change is hard, but change is also what allows for new opportunities. This tree couldn't have grown here had I not cut off the branch from the other tree, brought it halfway across the country, and allowed it then to wither for a while in order then to discover its new location as an opportunity for growth. The second lesson that I think this tree can teach us, it not only came from a cutting from that tree in Arkansas, but that tree in Arkansas came from actually a cutting in my dad's yard. And the tree in my dad's yard came from actually these curly willow branches that were in my sister's wedding years and years ago. They were centerpieces. We took those centerpieces home, put them in water. That grew in my dad's yard. We cut off a branch. That grew in Arkansas. We cut off a branch, and now it grows in South Carolina. The point is this: we have got to become the kinds of people who spawn off creativity, who encourage others to then plant where they are rooted in order to grow themselves. Are you simply someone who sucks people into you, or are you somebody who sends them off, frees them up with the encouragement and the inspiration to go become the tree that they need to be? May we be those who can grow where we are planted and adapt to change, and also be the sorts of people who inspire others to be life-giving themselves. Be someone who leaves a legacy of others who are continuing to live because of their attachment to that root that you developed and that you modeled for others. I hope this is helpful. Enjoy your weekend so far as possible. We will get through this, but while we're in it, let's grow where we're planted and inspire others to new life. I'll see you tomorrow, unless a piano falls on our heads.